There has been a lot of controversy about Game Freak announcing that some Pokemon will not be making their way into Sword and Shield, and the community is not happy. What's going on, Chaotic Nation? It's your boy Chaos here, and today we are going to cover what Pokemon I would choose to keep in Sword and Shield. Now keep in mind that this is my own opinion, and obviously I cannot keep all of the Pokemon, so if your favorite is left out from this list, don't at me. I also need to give a shout out to BirdKeeperToby for asking the community to respond to his video on this topic. So thank you, Toby, for inspiring this video. And that's what I'm doing today, responding to your video, Toby. So with all that being said, sit back and relax as we enter the world of Pokemon. Foremost, I need to lay out the rules for this dex. I'm going to aim for roughly about 400 Pokemon in this dex to be included, mimicking the Generation 7 dex. Now it's the time to select these Pokemon that I would choose to put into these new games. Now I'm going to reduce the number by 75 for new Pokemon, excluding the legendaries what you already have seen. I would expect them to have roughly about this number of new entries into the dex, so obviously they're going to be in this game since they are native to the Galar region. And the UK has many flora and fauna to inspire new Pokemon designs, which obviously have to be included in this dex. And I'm really hoping they have some really cool ones. They've been pretty good so far, but hopefully they do really well the rest of the way through as well. Other Pokemon that I am including are the ones we have already seen in the game and their evolutions. Now according to Cerebi.net, those Pokemon are Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Caterpie, Mudpod, Butterfree, Pichu, Pikachu, Raichu, Cleffa, Clefairy, Clefable, Vulpix, Ninetales, Diglett, Dugtrio, Growlithe, Arcanine, Machop, Machoke, Machamp, Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar, Onix, Steelix, Rhyhorn, Rhydon, Rhyperior, Goldeen, Seeking, Magikarp, Gyarados, Eevee, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, Sylveon, Munchlax, Snorlax, Hoot, Noctowl, Chinchou, Lantern, Togepi, Togedick, Togekiss, Wooper, Quagsire, Wynaut, Wobbuffet, Sneasel, Weavile, Mantike, Mantine, Larvitar, Pupitar, Tyranitar, Lotad, Lombre, Ludicolo, Wingull, Pelipper, Ralt, Kirlia, Gardevoir, Gallade, Electrike, Manectric, Badoo, Roselia, Roserade, Whalmer, Wailord, Trapinch, Vibrava, Flygon, Feebas, Milotic, Duskull, Dusclops, Dusknoir, Snorunt, Lily, Frostlass, Combi, Vespiquen, Drifloon, Bronzor, Bronzong, Riolu, Lucario, Hippopotas, Hippopotown, Snover, Abomasnow, Roggenrola, Boldore, Gigalith, Timpole, Palpitoad, Seismitoad, Trubbish, Garbodor, Minccino, Chinchino, Vanillite, Vanillish, Vanillux, Frillish, Jellicent, Joltik, Galvantula, Axufracture, Haxorus, Golurk, Rufflet, Braviary, Dino, Zweilous, Hydreigon, Bunnelby, Baneri, Diggersby, Pancham, Pangoro, Esper, Meowstic, Swirlix, Slurpuff, Inkay, Malamar, Hawlucha, Goomy, Sliggoo, Goodra, Bergmite, Avalugg, Noibat, Noivern, Grubbin, Charjabug, Vikavolt, Washiwashi, Mudbray, Mudsdale, Stuffle, Beware, Bounsweet, Steenie, Serena, Wimpod, Golisopod, Mimikyu, and Mew. Now if you kept up with that, those Pokemon amount to 161 in the dex. But I'm not going to include Mew in the total, since it is a mythical Pokemon, and like I mentioned earlier, I am not including legendaries in this dex. So I'm not including Mew since the mythical is a sub-category of the legendary category. And it most likely fits as one of these extra Pokemon, since it can only be obtained in the Pokeball Plus, and also because it is a mythical Pokemon. Our total left to find and to fill this dex is 165 Pokemon. The next few Pokemon I'm adding to the dex are counterpart Pokemon to the ones we just mentioned, or that they have some familiar resemblance to those Pokemon. I am adding the remaining Kanto starters, the Beedrill line, Meowth and Persian, the Alakazam line, the Jigglypuff line, the Seedot line, the Salamence line, Throw, and the Mandibuzz line. This would add another 26 Pokemon to the dex, bringing us to a total of 261 Pokemon. Another Pokemon I would add would be the Sandshrew and Sandslash line, since they are known as the Shrew Pokemon, and Shakespeare, who was from England, wrote The Taming of the Shrew. I have included them in this list. I am also including their counterpart, Ekans and Arbok, which would make us 265 in the dex. I think Stoutland would be in this game as well, since they are based on the Scottish Terrier. And Scotland is a part of the UK, so it makes sense to be included into this dex. Crustle, Dwebble, and Shelmet and Excelgor get added for the mollusks in the UK. This also would add Carablast and Escavalier, since they are the counterpart Pokemon to Excelgor. We have to add insects like the Wurmple lines, Venomoth line, the Yanma line, the Surskit line, the Kricketune line, Durant, Vivillon line, Rabombi line, and Pinsir and Heracross, just to add some bug Pokemon to this list. And we do know the UK is got a lot of moths, so that's something else to note. Spiders also have to be in this game, so some included would be the Ariados line and the Araquanid line. And now we have roughly 100 Pokemon left, so now it gets a little bit trickier to allow things to enter this game. I'll start whittling this down by adding the Pyroar line, since of all the lion lores and lion statues that are in the UK region. Speaking of lore, we have to add some of the common lore from the United Kingdom, and that would include Pokemon like the Dragonite line and the Slaking line, both resembling dragons and kings. Now some ice types would be definitely have to pop into this region. UK is somewhat cold and somewhat north on the global map. So I'm adding the Walring line, the Dugong line, and the Beartic lines to this dex. I feel like we need some more birds as well, so I'm including the Murkrow line, the Swanna line, the Farfetch'd, and the Toucanian line. Now, just a fun side note, I noticed, if you saw my first video on these new games, I noticed that there was a Pikipek Weathervane in the first trailer of these games, and I would find it really hard that they would not be included in this region. Or maybe they're just a reference to Kalos and the French English thing, you know. Maybe that's a thing. Who knows? I also want to include more mammals, so we will add the Ursaring line, the Rockruff line, the Baneri line, the Mareep line, the Deerling line, Stantler, the Rattata line, the Furret line, the Floatzel line, the Azumarill line, the Plusle-Minot, Amoga, Dedenne, Togedemaru, and the Luxray line, bringing us to 351. Now we roughly have 50 left. Now we need to include some plants in this game as well, so I'm adding the Oddish line, the Bellsprout line, the Hoppip line, the Whimsicott line, and the Lilligant line. I think some other Pokemon that people are expecting to be in this game would be included as well, and those Pokemon would be like Aegislash line, the Zoroark line, the Gastrodon line, the Croagunk line, the Sneasel line, the Druddigon line, the Bishop line, the Gogoat line, the Mudbray line, the Ponyta line, the Palisand line, and Drampa. Now with just about 10 left, we have to be really picky with our choices. The last few Pokemon I'm going to be adding are the Excadrill line, the Litwick line, the Timber line, and the Weezing line. Of course, I had to throw Weezing in if Arbok got in, since it is somewhat of a counterpart Pokemon based on Jesse and James and Team Rocket, but I also see the counterpart with Sandshrew and Ekans, so that's a thing. Well, there you go. We have completed our Pokédex of 400 Pokemon that I would put into Sword and Shield. Let me know in the comment section if your favorite Pokemon got in or not, and also feel free to do a video topic on your own if you want to cover this yourself, or just leave a few things that I should have included in my decks in the comments down below. I'm interested in reading what you guys have to say about that. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and also subscribe so you never miss an episode from me. I would greatly appreciate all the support you guys have to give. And that's all I have today. So thank you for watching, and until next time, my name is Chaos, and I am signing off. Stay safe, and as always, burn it up.